look there at the high-rise towers of Miami. It's the Nationals and Marlins next. Now from the Sunshine State of Florida, we're under the lights at the beautiful new Marlins Park. Tonight it's the third of this four-game weekend series between the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins. Hi again, folks. Matt Vasgersian here to bring you this matchup of NL Eastern Division rivals. Along with me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And EK, let's take a quick look back at what's transpired over the first two games in this four-game set.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the series on the road. You see there, these guys have come in and taken the first two games of this four-game set. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now, and it's obviously showing in their results.
All right, EK, we'll get to Steve in a moment, but first, let's give you a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Washington Nationals, as their order will read like this. And there's a look at the starter this lineup will match up against as you take a look at his line on the right side of your screen. Ian Desmond will move towards the batter's box as we're just about set to get underway tonight.
Shortstop, Ian Desmond.
Sliced down the line at first. And this is going to get past him at first. That's a fair ball. Throw into second. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
Oh, it's just so important for a visiting ball club to come out swinging in the first inning. You got to do what you can do to get on the board first. And he gives him a good shot at that right here as he kicks off the night with a leadoff double.
Jamie Carroll will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Wow. I wonder if that's how tight the strike zone is going to be called tonight. That looked to catch an awful lot of the plate.
No lead to speak of at second. Here's the pitch. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
And this ball will be chopped foul. Runner staying tight to the bag at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball here misses low, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And the one thing this guy will do, he won't give away at-bats. He may not be the most talented guy on the field, but he'll grind you out there.
Ran it in on him as this is bounced towards short. Oh, and this goes right past him. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Yeah, this ball might have caught him in between hops. He might have been unsure which way to turn his glove, over or under the ball. Instead, it just goes right through him.
Jason Worth will stand in now in an early RBI spot in the top of the first. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And you can see it. He's upset with himself out there at short. And he should be. He's a big leaguer. He'd like to get a ground ball here to get himself off the hook.
Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Runners at the corners here, nobody out. And he gets on top of this one and sends it on the ground to short. And the run will score from third to make this a 1-0 game.
Batting fourth, catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Wilson Ramos will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Curveball bounces, and that gets by to the backstop. And he's going to make it into third base now, as I believe that'll be scored as a wild pitch.
Yeah, and that's always the danger when you're working that off-speed stuff down with 2 men on base. Once the catcher can't get a handle on it, both guys are off and moving. They're going to move up to second and third now on what will be scored a wild pitch.
Here's a ground ball to first. Oh, and the spin. Spin throw gets him at first. A great play, but a run will come in to score.
Well, it's pretty effective right there. Not only do you drive in a run on the ground ball, but you also move that other guy over to third base.
Bryce Harper will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Two and 0 now.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Oof. That high fastball is definitely a pitch guys will pop up, and that's what he's looking for on the mound. So that's good restraint to hold back and not swing.
Here he comes on 3-1. And he misses with one here. It's ball 4. So that'll at least bring the double play into the conversation with runners at the corners and one away.
I'll tell you what, anytime you get a first inning visit from your pitching coach, something ain't working out there. You know, here's what he's saying. Look, we need you to figure this out. We need some innings out of you here. Let's go.
Adam LaRoche will stand in for the first time now, and he does so with 22 home runs on the ledger so far. In there, 0-1. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught having to play catch up this early in the ball game. So you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
And now, with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
Comes with a slider there as it's lifted down the line in left. And a diving try in left, but he can't come up with it. But he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back.
Boy, the early onslaught continues here, and this is going to plate one run. They wind up holding the other runner at third base, but now at 3-0 already, they might be just one more base hit away from pretty much putting this thing to bed early.
Nate McLeod will stand in now with 3 home in the inning already and 2 more ducks out there at second and third.
And a chance to really put up a crooked number here with just a simple base hit.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
Now a line drive that's going to be caught by Solano at second, as he'll hang on here to record the second out.
Well, that's a big break right there that this ball's hit right at him. If this is a few feet in either direction, this might be 2 runs. Instead, that keeps those runners frozen at second and third with 2 outs now.
Anthony Rendon will stand in, the 8th batter in the inning, as he'll get a shot with 2 on and 2 out. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But an easy play over at first to glove it, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 Marlin error, and 2 left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Nationals 3. And a look there at the starting lineup for the host Marlins. Tanner Roark will get the call to face them, and the key for him will almost certainly be getting ahead in the count early. We've seen in the past when he's forced to work from behind, he can run into some problems. And defensively, here's how Washington will take the field behind him. Christian Yelich will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Leading off for the Marlins, center fielder, Christian Yelich.
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And there's ball 2 now. Right on the corner, 2-2. Hit hard on the ground is short. On to first is Desmond, and that's in time for the first out. So a good slider there to get the ground out, as he'll hope for more of that moving forward as we give you a look at the scouting report. Donovan Solano will stand in. First pitch coming. And this will be fouled away. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
0-2 is the count.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Bases are empty, one man out. The 0-2 once more. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? No, it'll be taken in by the second baseman, covering some ground out there as he makes the play.
And you start to get to the point in the year where you say, look, this guy's pitched a lot of innings so far this year. I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys back off his workload a bit here in this final month.
Greg Dobbs will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and 2 away here in the first. And a bouncing ball, foul. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Two out, nobody on. Changed up on him there, but it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Worth is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Still down 3-0. Tanner Roark leads things off now in the top half of the second.
The Nationals, catcher Tanner Roark.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. And here's a ball hit in the air. And it's a fly out to start the second, 1 away.
Well, and the one silver lining to that tough first inning, at least he gets the pitcher to start the second. So he's able to get this inning off on the right foot.
Ian Desmond will try again here. He doubled to kick off the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run. Now here's the first pitch. Trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get foul. And he'll lay off here. It's a ball and a strike to the Washington shortstop. 1 out, nobody on. The 1-1 home. Looking to drop one down, but he can't make contact. 1-2. Breaking ball, called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2.
Looks like he's finding his bearings here a little bit better in the second after a rough first inning. He gets the strikeout right here, but boy, he could have used one of these an inning ago, that's for sure.
Jamie Carroll will try it again. He reached on an error and came around to score his first time. Fastball's too high here, 1-0.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup. So you can't let your guard down.
And here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time.
Probably his best located pitch so far. Right on the outside corner, and that's the spot he's going to need to start finding.
Good location on the outside corner there, 1-2.
Well, much, much better here in the second inning. To me, he looked a little bit tentative early on. It's starting to look like he's finding the rhythm now.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Look out, that one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. And Willingham will put this one away, and that ends the inning. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton will get the first shot when we return. It's the Nationals 3 and the Marlins nothing. And there now is Giancarlo Stanton. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Now the first pitch. Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Now the pitch. Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. And the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning.
Kind of a double-edged sword right there. He wants to bounce a curveball to get a swing through, and he gets it, but then he's got to worry about that ball maybe getting away. Fortunately, that's a nice play to keep it close and get the runner out at first.
Garrett Jones will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Sliced down the left side, but foul. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1. There's Josh Willingham. He waits next. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Yeah, that's nice to see a little patience up there. These guys have been what I would call overly aggressive these first few innings. Finally, somebody's figured out the importance of maybe taking a pitch or 2.
Josh Willingham will dig in for the first time here, looking to change his fortunes a bit as he's seen that average dip these last 4 or so games. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And the Marlins are into the hit column. There's their first base hit.
Well, this latest dry spell, it's dropped his average all the way under 240. So you'd like nothing more than to string a few of these together and get back into some kind of rhythm at the plate.
Rob Brantley will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball one. Here's a swing and a ground ball. There's one. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. One hit, one left. We'll go now to the top of the third. It's the Nationals 3 and the Marlins nothing. Jason Worth is ready to go here as we begin the
Leading off
third.
for Washington, left fielder Jason Worth.
First pitch in there at the knees as he authors a strike to the leadoff man, 0-1.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
And this is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way, and that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit.
Oh, and it makes such a difference when that pitch is up a little bit. It's not a bad pitch, really. It's on the outside corner, but that slider so much easier to handle when it's belt high or higher, and he's able to just hit it hard the other way.
Wilson Ramos will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
Now there goes Worth. Now a big swing here as he gives this one a good ride, high and deep out to left field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out.
The right fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
One away now in the Washington third, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. Already 40 pitches now here in the first few innings.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, he's going to have to start pitching to contact a little bit more, or else he may not make it 5 innings.
And there he goes towards second. On the ground is short. Throw on to the first baseman. Jones is in time. 2 away now.
I'm not too sure whether that was a designed hit and run or not. He may have just been going on his own. But you said it, by running, he does stay out of the double play.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone, and stepping in as the first baseman, Adam LaRoche. Keeping him close there at second. Now the pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
And this is fouled back and out of play. 2 out here and a runner at second. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for Washington, but they lead it 3-0. Justin Turner makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
The shortstop, Justin Turner.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, those are the ones you like to start an at-bat, especially your first time up.
I agree. Give me a nice, easy one in the dirt that I can take so I can really get ahead in that count early.
Trying to keep the ball down here as this one finds the knees for strike 1. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. He'll try again, 1-2. Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. Here's Desmond now at short. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time, and we'll have to see how they want to score that play.
This is a bad time to make an error like this because what did you just do? You gave the pitcher on deck a chance to bunt, a chance to make a productive out. Offensively, that's all you're hoping for when you get near the bottom of the lineup.
Kevin Slowey will stand in what would appear to be a sacrifice situation here. Infield expecting bunt. Here's the first pitch. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
And you know, I've always thought if you're pretty sure a guy might be trying to bunt, then put that first pitch out of the strike zone. Make him show you his intentions. Maybe you get him to offer it something that he shouldn't.
And he pulls back the bunt attempt, 2-0.
Not the right time to lose the strike zone here.
Definitely not when you've got a guy giving himself up.
Now the 2-0. Squaring 2-0, and he pulls it back for strike 1. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. 1 away.
And now it's going to be time to see if they can make these guys pay for that error just a minute ago. This moves the runner up to second base now, 1 out, and it's going to give the top of the order a couple of chances now to drive him in.
Christian Yelich will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first. Check swing here and a little looper. Carroll is under it. 2 gone.
That's something a lot of men suffer from. Fear of commitment. He can't make up his mind whether to swing at this pitch or not, so tries to hold up, but it's too late as this turns into an easy little liner over to third.
Donovan Solano will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch. And a high strike there. 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. Hit hard to the right. Foul. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, that's an opportunity wasted on the mound there. Now, a hitter's got to be defensive on 2-2, but that was so far outside, I mean, he didn't even have to worry about chasing it.
Now the payoff pitch home. Stays alive here as this is fouled off to the right. And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground is short. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back to South Florida following this. Nate McLeod will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth.
Center fielder, Nate McLeod.
Here's the first offering. Out of play off to the right. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the fourth.
Yeah, once the sun goes down here, this place plays like a much different ballpark. Case in point right there. That ball had no carry whatsoever.
Anthony Rendon will stand in. A lineout victim his first time. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
And I think now you're starting to get the sense that he's put that first inning behind him, and he looks a lot more comfortable out there now.
Here comes the 1-2. Pitch runs in on him as this is fisted out to the right side of the mound. And he'll just flip this one underhanded to first to record the out.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Tanner Roark will try it again. He flew out his first time. Here's the first offering. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Swing at a high pop, drifting into foul territory. Jones will put this one away, and the side is retired. Nationals gone in order. They lead it 3-0. Greg Dobbs will get us started here for Miami, and he'll have backup in the form of Giancarlo Stanton waiting on deck. And that misses inside 1-0. And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. Well onto the outfield grass as he makes the stop. Throw, got him, and that's a gorgeous play. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And you can see there both guys getting it up into the 90s, 92 and 94 respectively. So one gone in the inning now, and here's the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton. Low for ball one.
That last pitch was number 50 already. And with one out in the fourth, that's way too many.
No runs, just one hit, and one error so far for the Marlins.
And this is just off the outside corner, ball two.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes.
Three and 0 now.
And even on 3-0, it's no given that he's going to be taken up there. We've seen him go after pitches in this spot before. He's not going to hold back.
And that misses as well. Ball four, so it's a four-pitch walk here.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Garrett Jones will dig in. Drew a walk his first time around. A look over to Stanton, and now the pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
Well, two very good takes here. You can see they're trying to get him to hit something on the ground, but he's going to make him bring something up.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 2-1 home. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Well hit, deep right center field. And see you later. That one is gone. A two-run home run for Garrett Jones. 19th home run for him on the season. And with it, the Marlins have cut it to 3-2 now.
Well, this pitch is just a little bit in, not really a terrible location at all. But if you're sitting on that pitch in that spot, you can certainly do some damage, and he absolutely did some damage right there to the tune of a two-run shot.
Josh Willingham will stand in. A base hit his first time around.
Left fielder, Josh Willingham.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. And this is going to be a foul ball. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. The 3-2 one more time. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Now there are two ways you can go here as a pitching coach, so he's got to make a judgment call out there. He knows what buttons to press with each of his pitchers. Some guys you've got to reassure and be very positive with. You know, other guys, they respond better when you go out and challenge them. You really got to read them the riot act.
Rob Brantley will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And that's in there for strike one.
Going one.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Come on, let's keep it going.
Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error so far for the Marlins. The 1-2. Ball 2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Now a fastball, and he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Carroll takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down.
And if this ball's hit maybe just a little bit harder, he might have a shot at doubling a man off. But since it's hit so softly, he's only going to wind up getting 1 out.
Justin Turner will dig in. He reached on an error his first time. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. The 1-1. Now a swing and an easy fly ball out toward right center. And Harper will make the catch, and that ends the inning. But 2 in the inning for the Marlins thanks to the 2-run home run. We're through 4. It's the Nationals 3 and the Marlins 2. Ian Desmond will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
And this is a really important inning for him right here. Your guys go out there and get you a couple runs. You want to throw up a 0, come back in, and see if they can't get you some more.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit, 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
2-2 pitch on the way. And here's a good sinker now, but it misses. 3-2.
And when you need a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk's not on the agenda. You better bear down right here.
And this is fouled back and out of play. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Wow, he's using that fastball to devastating effect out there now. So he gets another out here. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Jamie Carroll will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. And this is hit in the air out toward Willingham in left field. And he's got it for out number 2.
And you'll see where this pitch is. It's up, but it's up far enough that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Jason Worth will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First pitch on the way. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
And he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. And this will get past him down the line at first. It's a fair ball.
Yeah, this ball might have caught him in between hops. He might have been unsure which way to turn his glove, over or under the ball. Instead, it just goes right through him.
Wilson Ramos will get a shot here in the inning after all, as that 2-out error could really turn out to have some major consequences.
Yeah, anytime you give this guy an at-bat, especially with a runner on base that he otherwise wouldn't have had, you're asking for trouble.
Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. Yelich is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nationals leave 1, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Kevin Slowey will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Pitcher, Kevin Slowey.
too high to start the inning. It's 1-0. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
I got to think he's going to leave the bat on his shoulder again here, even 2-0. This approach hasn't been too sharp so far to lead off the inning.
And he goes the other way with a fastball as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And McLouth will look this one in for the first out.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it, running it down.
Christian Yelich will get his third shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips. Now here's the first pitch. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Fouled back. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. The next 0-2. Good waist pitch, 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. That last one was number 84, so they're getting near the point where they'll need to start keeping tabs on him.
Donovan Solano will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. First pitch coming. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And he misses again, 2-0.
And you know, he's been the beneficiary of most of the calls here tonight, but I think that's one that he thought he should have had.
Up and in. Big danger now. It's 3-0.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
That one's in there, 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
Well, that may have been the last pitch in the at-bat that he could do something with. He's not going to get anything better than that.
2 out, nobody on. And this is going to be a foul ball. And this is swung on and sent on the ground to first. Over to first with it is LaRoche, and that will be that. Nothing doing here this half. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Nationals 3 and the Marlins 2. Bryce Harper will stand in, and he'll lead off in the Washington 6th.
Right fielder.
And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And, oh, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. And he misses 2-1. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Sometimes this is just what you need. You know, you're in the middle innings now. If you can grind out a walk, make that guy throw a few pitches, get him into the stretch, that's where you can finally put him away.
Now the Marlins skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Mike Dunn will come on now as he prepares to pitch in his 85th game this year.
Michael Dunn.
Adam LaRoche will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. Lays off 1-0.
Wow, when you're dealing with a tight zone, I mean, you've got the luxury of maybe holding off if you're not totally sold on location.
Two and 0 now.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
Too high, and it's 3-0. Nate McLouth waits on deck. The 3-0 pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Back-to-back walks now by 2 different pitchers. The last one knocked the other pitcher out of the game. We'll see how forgiving their manager wants to be about this one.
So it's first and second now. Nobody out. And digging in the left-handed hitter, Nate McLouth. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Harper at second, now the pitch. And this one misses to McLouth as that evens the count at 1-1. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
Oh, and a huge strikeout there, as he certainly does his job out of the pen. And we'll see how they go after the next guy here.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say he didn't care too much for that call at the plate. But was he right? Show track says... Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of a beef up there. That pitch looked to be a good few inches off the plate, and that's a tough way to go down. You know, no hitter likes to have the bat taken out of his hands.
Close to the bag at second there, now the pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. And he lays off for ball one. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. And now on 3-2, do you put any thought into sending the runners here with one away? Hit sharply, but caught down there at third. And this is going to be a double play. How about that? That is going to end the inning. So they let him off the hook here by scoring no runs despite the 2 walks. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the Nationals 3 and the Marlins 2. Greg Dobbs will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had him off balance all game.
Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And that misses 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
And a foul pop behind the plate. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out. Giancarlo Stanton will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Now the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. You know, they can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
3-2's our score here in inning number 6. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. It seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
Yeah, and he's not throwing all that hard either. But when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Garrett Jones will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
He's had an even 100 pitches now for the ball game. I'd have to think this will be it if he can get this guy.
And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
And I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
The 1-1 now to Jones. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. He took a big swing that time as he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. They're down 3-2. Welcome back to South Florida. Nationals on top in this one as we get ready for the 7th, but first let's check out the game summary to see how we got here. Ryan Zimmerman is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Ryan Zimmerman.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Here's one hit towards the hole. Oh, there's Dobbs. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Well, you know, this is where it pays to be light on your feet down there at third base. You see how he starts low, so it's basically just a step and a dive along the ground. He's able to flag this one down, collect himself, and then make a good, strong throw to first to get his man.
So 1 away in the inning now for the shortstop, Ian Desmond. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. Another fastball. This one he gets by him. It's 1-1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. One, 2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Jamie Carroll waits on deck. And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work.
Now batting, third baseman,
Jamie Carroll will stand in. He flew out his last time up. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? Solano for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Craig Stammen will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Craig Stammen.
Josh Willingham will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. Swung on and missed for the first strike. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a 2-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called and a questionable first out of the inning.
Yep, you saw his numbers there just a moment ago, and he's got that ERA in the low 2s coming into play, and he continues to pitch effectively as he retires the first man to greet him here.
Rob Brantley will stand in. He popped out in his last time. And he begins the at-bat with a knuckle curve looked at for strike 1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And he misses there. 1-2.
That's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
1 out, nobody on. Now a ball lined into left field. That's a base hit.
And they finally break through for hit number 3 of this ball game, though. It took them 7 innings to do it. That is not the kind of offensive performance that's going to win you too many ball games.
Justin Turner will step in now. 0 for 2 to this point. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Runners on the move for second. Out of play. On the move again from first. And he swings under the fastball here as this is popped high in the air back behind short. Desmond is there to put it away for out number 2.
That's telling of how they've swung the bats. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Will Nieves will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 25, Will Nieves.
And here's a cold strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Down low again, it's 2-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a check swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. Marlins leave 1. They trail 3-2. Carlos Marmol will head to the mound yet again as he'll be making his 90th appearance this season. Jason Worth will get us going now in the top half of the 8th.
Left fielder, Jason Worth.
And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. And the 8th inning begins with a flyout, quickly 1 away. Visiting Nationals holding the lead here in the 8th as you get a look at our line score to this point in the game.
Wilson Ramos.
Wilson Ramos will try again, 0 for 3 thus far. That's hit sharply past the mound and on into center field for a 1-out single.
And here's a case on the mound where he's trying to sneak a first pitch fastball by him, but he was having none of that at the plate. He just sends it right back where it came from.
Bryce Harper will stand in, base on balls his last time. Line hard to center field. In there, a base hit. And the throw in gets away from him. Fortunately, however, the third baseman's able to run it down, so there's going to be no advance. Wow.
You talk about getting the bat head out in front. This is rifled up the middle. Can't square up a baseball any better than that.
Adam LaRoche will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Infield at double play depth all around. Here's the pitch. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Boy, never a dull moment with this guy on the mound.
Oh, he can sure drive you crazy at times, can he?
Not close. It's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in a strike zone.
The 2-0. Good downward movement fooled him there. 2-1.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
No, not me. Maybe once or twice.
And a pretty good take there on the slider down. It's ball 3. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
And this could really be trouble now, because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Carter Capps. Well, come on now, really needing that double play ball as the bases are loaded here with only one man out. Nate McLeod will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And he drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
And this one misses to McLeod as that evens the count at 1-1. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Deep breath time now on the mound. You got to compose yourself, and that strike zone's looking about the size of a tin can.
This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. And just never could commit to the swing there, but he went around, and it's even now at 2-2. Into the gap in left center. This is down, and it'll head for the wall. 1 run scores. Harper scores. Now a 3rd runner heading for the plate. And now the tag will be applied between 3rd and home. Not sure I get that one, but it comes after 2 runs have scored.
Yeah, well, the damage here is already done. 2 runs are across the score, but you can see he's trying to score all the way from first, and they wind up getting him at home plate.
Anthony Rendon will get another shot. He hit into a double play his last time. And, oh, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, 0-1. For McLouth, he's in scoring position with his 15th double of the year. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. It's still on his mind.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
And now here, 1-2, this is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
And that just misses the corner inside to even the count at 2-2.
He's hoping to just run that heater by him. So he's ramped up the velocity here in the last 2 pitches.
Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Nationals are out in front here, 5-2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Jerry Blevins will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Denard Span is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Christian Yelich will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. And this is swung on and missed, though he will need to do a little housekeeping at first. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Donovan Solano will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0.
And time's getting short here. You don't want to have to face that closer in the 9th inning needing 3 runs. They need to cut that gap down somehow.
Another sinker here, but this one's over for strike 1. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. Around first, heading for second now. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
And this is a welcome sight for these guys. It's just the 2nd extra base hit they've had tonight, and it comes at a time when they really need to start stringing some base hits together.
Greg Dobbs will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. No lead to speak of at second. Here's the pitch. In there, and it's even at 1.
1-1.
There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Fouled back. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Don't go too far. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton gets his shot next. Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. And maybe an excuse me swing there as this is tapped in front of the mound. And the throw to LaRoche is in time. 2 gone.
Yeah, just a little topper back to the mound. A good job to look the runner back and then throw on to first for the out.
Giancarlo Stanton will stand in, but with the tying run still in the on-deck circle, he needs to get on base somehow. Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. And a curveball in for a strike. Danger here as this is a guy who can make this a 1-run game.
And if he does, make him do it out to right field. I wouldn't give him anything he can pull.
Swing and a ball line softly to the left side. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. It'll be Denard Span to lead us off when we return. It's the Nationals 5 and the Marlins 2. David Carpenter will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. And there is Denard Span. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Denard Span.
And look at this, a bunt attempt to start the 9th. Throw in time to get Span as he nearly beat that one out.
Sometimes that first pitch of an inning, a guy will go up there and show a bunt, but then pull it back, just to pull that third baseman in a few steps. But he's not bluffing right here. He's trying to beat this thing out, but he winds up heading back to the dugout after just 1 pitch.
Ian Desmond will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his second hit of the ball game, and this one goes for extra bases. And you can see that confidence is slowly starting to come back at the plate.
Jamie Carroll will try and erase his 0 for 4 in the ball game. Here's a check swing and a foul ball. Swing and a ball headed towards the hole. And that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. And that'll score the runner from second to make this a 6-2 ball game now.
And that may be the at-bat there that finally seals the deal here. That'll make it a 4-run lead right now, and that will be awfully tough to overcome this late in the ball game.
Henry Rodriguez will take over now with one away in the top of inning number 9.
Henry Rodriguez.
Jason Worth will stand in with a run in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Still taking here as he looks at the slider this time, and he's in a big hole now, down 0-2.
Boy, tough slider right there. Had him leaning back. I don't think he could have done anything with that pitch, even if he did swing at it.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Now you've got a run already in, another runner on first. You got to think this has to be a fastball here.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Nothing better for your confidence than to come right in out of the bullpen and strike that first guy out. A lot of times, that'll set the tone for your whole outing.
Wilson Ramos will step in. Singleton came around to score his last time. And here's the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Up top, it's 2-0.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Strike called, 2-1.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. And this is fouled back and out of play. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Nationals 6 and the Marlins. Garrett Jones will start things off here in the 9th. No sign of the closer just yet here in a 4-run ball game.
Yeah, and I think they'd love to get him a day off here, so they're going to hope that his services aren't required to finish this one off.
In there, and it's 0-1. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And a rather easy first out.
Yeah, up by 4 in the 9th. You want to make sure these guys don't get any momentum on their side, so that's an important first out there.
Josh Willingham will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. And a big swing there as this is sent high and deep to left field. And I don't think this park or any other will hold that ball. That one is gone. A solo dinger for Josh Willingham. 29 home runs for him on the year. And with that, it's now a 6-3 ball game.
All season long, when they needed the big hit, he's been there for them, and he delivers again here in a tight spot. You know, I tell you, he has really impressed me the way he swung the bat this year. No doubt about it.
Tyler Clippard will come on here hoping to get the final 2 outs and pick up the save.
Tyler Clippard.
Rob Brantley will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0. Outside with that delivery, and it's 3-0 now. Pitching him pretty careful here, wouldn't you say?
Well, it's possible to be too careful. I mean, this is not a Silver Slugger award winner up there. You want this guy to hit the ball and put it in play.
Here it is, the 3-0. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. It's not a bad idea.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Now he reaches for a curveball here and sends one on the ground to third. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th.
The batter, the shortstop, Justin
Justin Turner will stand in as their last chance now. Cut fastball taken for strike one. And oh, look out! Up and in and nearly took his head off.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with the fastball.
Here's the 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Well, that pitch is so low and such an easy take that you basically waste that opportunity you had on 2-2.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he gets strike three called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, not the longest outing he'll ever have. He only made it 6 full innings, but he definitely brought his good stuff to the ballpark, and he winds up helping his guys get out of here with a victory.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Washington is victorious in this one, 6-3. Good night from Miami.